Yo, what is the business division agents? This your boy Trey Day coming at you with another build video. This one is, I'm sorry, I have to go back to my strikers build, but you gotta understand, as I said in the previous video, I'm never comfortable with a build. I don't know why. Maybe it was Division One that gave me that, you know, complexity within the builds. And I don't like metas. I don't like because I feel like there's so many variations, so many permutations to do on builds that I feel like I'm never satisfied. I don't know why, but today I'm coming out with uh, when I was running my Umbra build, I realized that I'm in love with it just because the rate of fire. The crit damage is nice too, but it's the rate of fire that got me. So since the new exotic AR gives you the ability to roll that third talent, I said, what if, with the strikers, I'm running a memento, four pieces here to obliterate. But what if I increase the fire rate by 5%? Like I got the 15% based from the strikers, the three-piece strikers, the weapon handling. But what if I, instead of having damage to target out of cover, what if I increase the rate of fire by 5%? Instead of having 15, let's go 20.
Friendly
You
control
know,
point nearby.
and not gonna lie, it's a small increase, but it's noticeable and it's pretty fun. Uh, do I miss the damage to target out of cover? Not necessarily, because it's almost as if because I'm doing a 5% increase in the amount of bullets being put on the NPCs or agents, the damage is still there. Instead of running four blues, I'm running three. If you don't count the fourth one from the memento, or if you want to do that number, it's I'm running four and three, or four and four. My bad. Is it four and four? One, two, three, four. Yeah, four and four.
Charge exposed.
Oh, they trying to get me. But I mean, 15% isn't a huge bump, but it's enough to notice. And I like rate of fire. I like the FAMAS. If I could, I'd put it. I mean, I can. I'd put it on the FAMAS just to see what the difference in that is. Just to have an additional bump in the rate of fire on that is it's pretty good. All right, they get on that little roof and they can do all kind of damage. Are you not gonna be on fire? There you see. You gonna pretend like the status effect wasn't there. I almost wish they could do that for the Eagle Bear. Like I like headshot. Don't get me wrong. I really like the headshot damage on the Eagle Bear. Like when I say I stay in the lab right now, currently I want to come out with a build with the strikers, uh, with the Eagle Bear, make a headshot damage build, just in PvP because that multiplicative headshot damage that you get from that is it it outperforms damage to target out of cover, but you just got to land them headshots. And the Eagle Bear is pretty accurate with the strikers, and that weapon handling makes a huge difference. So landing the headshot is pretty good. The only difference thing is that the in PvP, the chicken dancing gets a little bit annoying. Like, don't get me wrong, all y'all run around chicken dancing, you like, yeah, it's a skill, you know. You're right, it is. It's a skill that I should learn. I know how to do, I just don't like doing it. Cause I'm sorry, if I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna stand right here. I'm gonna
Heavily
pace your
armored
face.
hostile detected.
And if I down you and you chicken dancing the whole time, you know what? That's on you. That means that my skill is a lot better than yours. You don't agree? Yeah, yeah. Don't get mad. But here I am getting off topic again. But the whole point is like I enjoy the rate of fire. I even tried it with the Umbra Initiative, getting that additional 30% rate of fire ends up making it 35%. It's pretty good. Now, I haven't done it with the Ninja Bike backpack with the Umbra and the Strikers. You know, just making that a 50% rate of fire. I hate when they're high out of view. Bullets can hit you, but they can't. And then you can't see them. Okay, buddy, I saw that coming. Watch you knock off all my bonus armor.
What the hell?
But I like it with an additional 5%. It's not a huge difference. It's not something that you consider OP, but I just like I said, I felt like the rate of fire increase. It's a decent addition if you run a strikers. It's not, it's 10% less than the Umbra Initiative versus 15, which is, I think the math on it is like 35% versus or is it 40%? I don't know. I think it's 35% versus uh, 35% less than the Umbra versus the 50% on the 15.
Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles
Where did
detected.
they come from? Really? Oh, they come up behind me too. I knew it. Dang it. They try to set you up with the feet. With the happy feet, they try to set you up big time. Who is shooting me through cover?
Serious trauma detected.
The red bars are amazing. They are amazing.
Agent incapacitated.
But like I said, it's the same strikers build that I ran. Memento backpack. Just because I like survivability, but I did decrease the blue cores that I run just because I want, with the rate of fire increase, I want to see if the weapon damage increases as well. Since I'm removing that damage to target out of cover. I mean, you can always run it the exact same way. The damage numbers aren't that significant, but it's still fun. Where's he? Okay. Sorry, I was looking for the Russian. But that increased 5%, it's pretty good. You see the damage is still there. I can swap it out, put another blue core on it if you want me to.
Incoming backup request.
Because again,
Agent charge.
the beauty of rate of fire is it's not like damage to target out of cover. It's not like damage to, well, that gets damage to armor is not situational, but damage to target out of cover is situational in PvP. The person has to be out of cover in order to do that damage,
Detected.
or even in PvE. So if they're in cover and you're hitting them, that 10% is not applied. Versus the 5% rate of fire, where it's consistently applied as long as you're firing. If you watch any of my videos, I'm a huge proponent of builds that aren't situational. Like vigilance is situational. It's all applied when you're not being hit. Versus spotter, it's all being applied so long as their pulse is situational. And since they have pulse resistance, it makes it absolutely situational. Flatline is situational. They have to be pulse.
Charge exposed.
The obliterate, it's semi-situational. You have to land your shots. But still, landing shots is a lot easier than running up against somebody who has pulse. Uh, Adrenaline rush, intimidate is situational. It's all based upon proximity.
Sequential access unlocked.
You know, so long as you have that bonus armor, you have that weapon damage, but the moment you lose that bonus armor, you lose the weapon damage. Spark. Uh, one of my favorite get ups setups is if you've never run it. It's which a lot of people don't, just because it's again it's a hard concept to grasp. It's kind of like the Umber Initiative is running. Let's see if I still have it. I don't. The Gunslinger talent, Gunslinger along with Versatile. That is that is a powerful combination, people. I am not gonna lie. It is so powerful. Problem is, it is absolutely situational, and you can shred through a lot of people. Like I recently been running a bunk build counter, trying to, and I did the shotgun build. Let me see if I still got it saved in my inventory. Yeah, I got a shotgun build for the bunk build, and unfortunately, I am not good with shotguns, and I don't like to pop shot because that auto lock is borderline cheating to me. Uh, but I don't do it. It's not fun, especially when it's so easy to do. Especially like the ones who pop shot with the white the white death. But situational builds are a little bit frustrating to me because situations are fluid in this game. They change from close to long range combat to mid range combat to status effect combat, and in PvP, if you're running versatile and gunslinger, the situation is strictly applied to whether or not you can ADS. If you can't ADS, it doesn't work because status effects like applying burn, which burn is huge in this game, it is no longer applicable because you can't ADS. You can try to hip fire, but again, your damage is for like 5 seconds, and
Hostile
by that time the
broadcast
burn is
picked
still
up.
working on you. Especially if they got the Vile Mask or they're running that Empress, whatever that international thing is, and they have that long, skill duration. So it's all situational, which is why you will always see me running builds like the spotter or the strikers or the negotiated dilemma. Those aren't
Hostiles in troppoint
situational
detected.
damage. They are very matter of fact applied to you the moment you start shooting somebody. Uh, I don't like vigilance because vigilance damage is no longer applicable to you when you are shot. You lose that damage.
Light them up!
And I've seen it where for some odd reason, sometimes that damage doesn't register.
Ow!
Detecting additional hostile
Um,
contacts.
That's them hurting!
Charge exposed.
I hate it when they come out late.
Ready, girl?
She said, "Ready, girls." But situational damage in this game or situational talents are a little bit frustrating in this game. And if you haven't seen them, like there's a lot of meta builds out there that are completely situational, but they're overpowered just because they run that run and gun technique, and
Incoming
that's not my
hostiles
play
detected.
style. That get in your face, always shooting. Where did that grenade go to? But, like I said, that's why I stay at the recalibration station because I'm consistently unsatisfied with most of the builds that don't require
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
situational or require stipulations behind strict stipulations behind its weapon damage. Like I saw the obliterate adrenaline rush thing, and I did not like the situation behind it. You always have to be within so many meters. My favorite gun used to be the Savage Wolverine, but then I realized that damage is only applicable when you're within 7 meters. Like you know how close that is for an AR. That's a good shotgun thingy, but like for an AR, that's ridiculous.
Agent charge compromised. neutralized.
15 meters it should be its
Detected.
thing,
Nearby location.
especially
Covered
when there
by
are
hostiles.
other talents that have a larger radius. I mean, it's insane how the ones that require you to shoot your gun in the looter shooter have the most restrictions applied to it. You know, but I started this video, just talking about my strikers and how I'm running it with a 20% rate of fire. That's what I'm running right now. You see, I optimized this one. I wrote it for rate of fire and I optimized the rest of it. It took a couple of exotics to do so. And as you can see, I got it up to expertise 16. You know, I did run into PvP the other day, and a guy was saying that he can't compete with the expertise because he's expertise 3, and I didn't say much about it, but truth be told, is like the weapon damage you receive from the expertise system isn't as high as everybody thinks it is. It's based upon the base damage, not the numbers you see there. So if you go to options and show base damage, the 16% that I got applied is applied to that 44.2K, you know, not the combined where you get the 44.2 and then the 60.1. No, it's only applied to the 44.2. So technically, that's like a, if you round down, it's what is that? Six? Yeah. So it would be 38.2K. So there's not really a massive difference.
Hostile broadcast detected.
When you get to 20%, then it becomes like, I think, an 8%, an 8K increase on the weapon damage. So it's not a huge difference. It's a difference, but it's not like something that's like overpowered. So if you're at 3 and 5% weapon
Hostile
damage,
control
it's
point
it's
nearby.
it's okay. Gradually, organically, get your expertise up. Otherwise, you get bored. I mean, I did it in the beginning when the expertise system first came out. I was one of the first ones in like 3 weeks. I got mine all the way up to 27, I believe, because I was running nothing but resource convoys and control points. I got mine all up to 27, and then they rolled me back to 8, I believe, 7 or 8, because apparently it was applying the expertise to the number of NPCs I was killing, and I was doing nothing but resource convoys and control points. But because it was doing kill damage as well, they took that number down, which I felt was like garbage. Like why would you knock me down a full 20 expertise? Like that was a whole week and a
Hostiles
half
reporting
of
location
running
nearby.
control points and stuff. And just because I got it faster than everybody else, I got punished. But I was like, you know what, it is what it is. And then I got it up again, and then they knocked me back down to 15 for something else.
Charge
I can't
compromised.
remember what it was. It was like somebody was exploiting the tunes or whatever it was, and they realized there was an issue again, so they rolled me down one more time. But I was at this point in time, I think I was 17, and they knocked me down to 12, and it was frustrating. So there's two knockbacks, and I was just like, all right, two rollbacks just like that. I'm gonna pause for a minute until they get this figured out. You know what the hell? Did y'all see that? Okay, but like I said, yeah, I'm gonna make another video where I'm
Heavily armored
showing
hostile
you why I'm
detected.
always in the lab. But yeah, try to rate a fire over damage to target out of cover. Let me know what you think about it.
Detected.
It's
Nearby location.
it's
Guarded by
decent,
hostiles.
but like I said, it's not a situational thing like damage to target out of cover. It's a flat rate. It's always applicable so long as you're pulling that fire trigger. And the looter shooter, that's a bonus. Have an additional 5% on a decent fire rate of fire weapon. Sorry for making this video
Control
as
point
long as I
secured.
did. I think it's
Well
like
done.
what, 20 minutes, but yeah, I mean, everything that I'm doing is strictly live. I'm not editing, cutting. I'm not good at editing yet. When I get there, I'll make my videos a lot shorter, but the content will still be there. At least I would try. Um, But yeah, until then, y'all know what I say. Get out there, agents, and get your shade rank up.